Greetings, brothers. Today we're checking out the worldwide reveal trailer of Space Marine 2, and this is going to be in 1440p, so make sure your YouTube settings are turned up as much as they can be. Now, when we looked at Space Marine 2 a little while ago, it was supposed to include jump packs for Primaris units, which we obviously don't have yet in the lore or in the actual board game, so hopefully we're going to see that, and hopefully we're going to see some other stuff. So without any further ado, let's roll the trailer and we'll discuss anything at the end. This is alpha footage.
We are the defenders of mankind against the horrors that dwell in the darkness.
Oh, there's gonna be multiplayer.
While we draw breath, we stand. While we stand, we fight.
Tyranids. It's pretty gory, looks like. Destruction looks interesting. Oh, that... I missed that. We're gonna have to go back and see exactly what that was. That was definitely a jump pack though, right?
We are the angels.
I don't know if I'd like to be taking on some of those Tyranids with just a chainsaw. Get a power sword. So it looked a lot like...
will survive our wrath.
It looked like a lot like an Inceptor style jump pack. Space Marine 2. Wow, that was very short. That was like crazy short. Okay, hold on. We're going again. Or apparently we're not. Just auto-played onto the next video. Let's go again. This city actually kind of looks crazy. How tall it is, how much verticality it has to it.
That dwell in the darkness. While we draw breath, we stand. While
explosions and sound effects sound very cool.
Fight.
I don't want to be taking on a Tyranid warrior with a chainsword though. So here's a jump pack coming up now, right? Maybe just after this battle fell? Yeah, I like it. This definitely looks like an Inceptor style jump pack. Interesting. So all you folk that have made your Primaris conversions, you might have the wrong jump packs. Sorry. That was pretty cool when he picked it up and threw the Tyranid.
Nothing.
Oh, here's a Thunderhammer.
Survive our wrath.
That's what we need. Primaris jump pack troopers. Primaris jump troopers with a Thunderhammer. So I guess this is coming in 2023. Oh, for goodness sake, stop fucking auto-playing. Let's go back here and stop this. So PS5, Xbox X, and I assume this is PC. It says digital. So maybe it's just like Steam or Epic Games. I miss the days where the PC versions came on disc, but that's a thing of the past. Okay, so don't think there's more of a release date. What did you guys think of the trailer, though?
Against the horrors.
So the only enemies that we saw were Tyranids, right?
We draw breath, we stand.
I'm trying to think. The first game, it's been a while since I played the first game, but I feel like it was orcs that were one of the main antagonists in the first game.
While we stand, we fight.
But in the first game, there was tons of skins in multiplayer, and you could go all sorts of different types of Marines, and you could do Marine versus Marine like deathmatch, and you could do all sorts of stuff. We didn't actually see that many weapon options. We saw the Thunderhammer and we saw the Chainsword. So I feel like we could have been nice to see. Yeah, I mean, I know the Chainsword's an iconic weapon, I guess. Those jump packs, the Primaris jump packs. I was going to say it. Because this little thing down here usually means it's Gravis armor, right? That's what Gravis armor have. They have this extra sort of booster on their feet. So maybe at some point you go into Gravis armor. I was trying to think. In the only units that don't wear Gravis armor that have jump packs like this with the fins are suppressors, right? Makes me want to look at like a suppressor. Unfortunately, you can't just buy suppressors. They don't exist in a box. Like they never got an individual release for whatever reason. So let me have a look at a suppressor jump pack. Can I get a 360 of a suppressor? Is it it's going to be annoying because they never got an individual release. So actually finding an image of just their jump pack might be tricky. Yeah, finding an image of just the Suppressor's jump pack is going to be tricky. This was the image from Warhammer Community. Oh, it was in Shadow Spear. So they had little fins on their legs. So it looks like they were wearing regular armor. They just had these sort of like bolt-on bits on their feet and fins on their leg. Did he have fins on his leg? No. And then, so Gravis, it would be Warhammer and Scepters. Inceptors. I was going to say, it looks more like an Inceptor style armor then. But like Inceptors, the typical definition of them is they have this ridge above their helmet piece, right? Where it's like, I don't know what you would call it. But their heads are more enclosed on the Inceptors. And then they've got fins lower down, which this doesn't have. So this is a real dilemma. I'm not entirely sure what armor this is then. But while he's, at this point, while he's doing it, he's just holding his bolt gun. It's not like he's got special, you know, like he's just, I was going to say I can't show you because one of my arms is gimped. But we've basically, he's holding a bolt gun with two hands. You know, like the standard way you hold a bolt, or one hand on the, I guess, handle and one hand like underslinging it. Oh, there was the power sword. I missed that the 2 times I watched the trailer. He does have a power sword. When he does the power sword, for whatever reason, he just runs it through the ground first. Maybe just because it's cool. It's so fast. Oh, but on YouTube you can, pro tip if you're not, you can change the playback speed. Let's watch that again. Oh, it messes with the sound, right, let's... So he turns on the power blade as it goes through the ground, okay. I mean, that's pretty cool.
We are the blade drawn against the endless night.
Alright, we're gonna watch the trailer one final time on like slow speed just to see if there's anything else we missed. This planet. I wonder if this ties into like High Fleet Leviathan and stuff. Because the Indomitus Crusade led by Gilliman was like essentially came and liberated Imperial Nihilists from all the Tyranids, so maybe this would be cool if it fitted into the current lore or story somehow. You guys know that I'm not a huge lore fan, so I wouldn't say I'm not a huge lore fan. I just don't read as much of the lore that most other people read. I guess I spend a lot of my time playing the game and making competitive lists, right? Alright, so I've turned the sound off because it'll be all messed up because we're looking at the trailer at half speed. Look at all these. You don't actually see them because the trailer's going so fast. You got like storm ravens up there in the air, it was. Obviously the main antagonist is going to be an Ultramarine. We knew that. I think it's the same Ultramarine from the first game. More Blood Angels games, that's what I'm asking for. Alright, so the Thunderhammer has a pretty cool ground pound ability. The chains round his arm like this just remind me of Kratos from God of War. What's this Tyranid doing just standing against the wall? The chainsword's always moving and the sound of the chainswords are pretty cool. I mean, the Tyranids look gorgeous, don't they? They feel very animalistic, and I think they've done a great job in the graphics. The gore as well seems like they've done a great job. This will actually, I'm just going to stop it in a second. This will be a dilemma for me because these sort of games, I feel like this is potentially, for me, it's possibly best on mouse and keyboard, but this is also going to be brilliant on just sitting on, because I like shooters or games like this with mouse and keyboard, but this is also going to be brilliant for like just sitting on the sofa with a controller. Like, definitely feels like an immersive game you'd want on a big giant TV, right? I find stuff like that, though, like jump packing and aiming and stuff, I find that much more difficult on a controller than I find with mouse and keyboard. So he caught that Tyrannid midair as it leaped towards him. You see the dodging out of the way of the different abilities and then parries. You obviously have some crazy finishing moves, and the chainsword gets really stuck in, and the other power weapons. I like this over-the-shoulder firing. So it's going to be like a third-person style camera if you want it. I think you can see some guardsmen here. I never noticed them before. Like I said, this trailer is going so fast. And the colors in this scene are really interesting. Like, everything is washed out except what we're shooting. I'm wondering if that's some sort of like special mode, you know, like he's stim packed up or something. Like something's going on that's like letting him rain. Like, you will get abilities, you will get skills, so some sort of like fire combat ability. Yeah, this jump pack armor, it definitely feels to be like, it's weird because these little jets, I guess, on their feet are typically only in Gravis armor, but none of the rest of the proportions. Like his arms, obviously his head isn't protected like in the Gravis, so it's like he's got Gravis feet pieces on, and then he's got like a Gravis jump pack with the fins and stuff, but the rest of it isn't Gravis, so I really don't know what this is. I don't think it's Suppressor's armor either. I would need to check. I was going to say, I have a Suppressor. Let me just check. So it's not a Suppressor either, because if we look at the Suppressor, he doesn't have the same amount of jets on the back. The Suppressor is more or less like a Primaris. It's more like a regular Primaris backpack with just like 2 little extra circles and fins, and then on their legs they do have something similar, but they also have this thing below their feet. So yeah, I have no idea if this is actually going to be what to expect from Primaris jump units, or if this is just something they've built for the game. I think it's possibly just something they've built from the game. I guess we'll see. But this doesn't match anything that we've seen so far. I do like the energy crackling on the top of the Thunderhammer. That's always how I imagine them when I do my Forlorn Fury. And this scene is cool. Like, it's just wall-to-wall turnage. This reminds me of something out of like the movie Aliens, where he's just like, the only way to be sure is to take off and nuke it from orbit. It's the only way to be sure. I mean, one Thunderhammer swing like that is not going to deal with all those turnids. Space Marine 2, 2023. So I'll be getting it. Let me know in the comments below what you thought of the trailer. Was there anything that I missed? I'll try to catch everything. Thank you so much for watching, brothers. As you know, I broke my arm, so the content on the channel for the last few weeks has been a little bit different from what you're normally expecting. If you hate the content, then that's fine, but if you are enjoying what I'm doing, please do consider hitting that like button and leave me a comment, because the YouTube algorithm is a fickle thing, and I'm definitely down on views because I haven't been able to do my regular content, so anything that you guys would do to support me would be much appreciated. I will catch you guys in the next video. Thanks again. By the blood are we made strong, brothers. Peace.